afternoon and good evening where you are, correct?
Good evening.
How are you?
I am amazing.
That's awesome. Let's get started here. Welcome to the Q.A.C. Team podcast and tell our audience who you are and what you do.
I'm a podcast coach and I offer done for you podcast services. So if you are entrepreneur, business owner, or a coach and wants to leverage your high entrepreneurs network, wants to connect with some of the highly influential entrepreneur in your industry, I'm someone whom you can reach out, whom you can message, and can grow your business, grow your network, grow your authority using the power of interview podcast. So that's what I help people with done for you podcast services.
Nice. Tell us a little bit. So, why did you decide to be a business owner? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Ah, no one decide to be a business owner. I don't think so. But situation will make us to do it, and even it's in my blood. To be honest, I have a family business. My family is in the business since 30, 40 or more than year, 40, 50 years. So my grandfather started business, then my father continued business. So it's in blood, and but my father don't want me to do business, but somehow situation, COVID, push me to this direction that Nilesh, you have to do something on your own because you already lost your job and now you have nothing to do. You have no earning sources. So if you really wanted to make something from the internet world, you have to start the internet business, and that's the big reason I'm here. And definitely after doing it continuously, making impact in people's lives, serving other people's is also become a goal. And the money is byproduct by doing what doing, by loving what I'm loving. So that's how
Yeah.
the company started.
Yeah, it's good that you love what you do, and that's the next question, is why'd you choose this industry? Tell us a little bit about, since, entrepreneurship's in your blood, it runs in your family. Tell us a little bit about, why'd you choose what you do?
So it's a 2020 when I come across the book called dot com secret. And before a book called dot com secret, I actually lost my job. My If I go more backstory of mine, I am a student of computer science, but I was
Okay.
not interested to pursue that one career. I pushed to do it because my father wants me to pursue that one career, that Nilesh, this is something highly education and highly good degree that you can pursue. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let me do it. But after my masters, after completing my education, I'm like, I don't want to go with this direction. This is not something I want to pursue. This is not where I want to build my career, my journey. So I started looking in another industry. So I got a job in sales, and my job was to do selling home loan. But
Ooh,
I'm not, I did it for around 8 to 10 months. And in that job, my one of my also activity is to deliver a pamphlet nearby grocery store, nearby market, to market myself, to market the company. And
yeah,
my city, specifically in my city or in our country, doing this kind of work like pamphlet delivery, or it's not something reputed work. You,
yeah.
it's
That has to be
taboo,
challenging, right? Yeah,
challenging, right? And
yeah,
a lot of questions coming in my mind, like, I have a very good education degree, I am coming from a well versed family background, I'm like, everything is really good, what the hell job I am doing? But I have done it, that one job, for 10 months. And after that, COVID hit. So everybody knows what happened in COVID. I lost my job as well in COVID. So the situation was like, what is the next step for me? So I started searching and roaming on internet, like what is something I can do. I started finding like you can start blogging, you can go with affiliate marketing. So I learned so many things. I learned Facebook ad, SEO. Then once in a while, I got to know about the book called dot com secret, as I mentioned. The book mentioned that if you really wanted to do something in your journey, if you wanted to build really good network, you can. start interview podcast, or you can get a personality of becoming a reporter. The idea hit me like, this is what I can do. So
Yeah,
but one, even getting the idea and implementation is a big challenging. Idea is
sure.
getting idea is easy, but implementation is hard. And
Yeah,
after getting the idea, I'm filled with lot of limiting beliefs, self-doubt. One is I'm not good enough. Second is I don't have a good communication skills. Third is nobody knows me in the industry. I'm just a beginner. All of the limiting belief had stopped me, and I wasted my 10 month in the journey to
yeah,
start my new podcast, to start what I'm doing right now. But Almighty wants me to do this one thing, and universe. This is universe thing. So I got a message from a mentor that, hey, I'm launching this program, this coaching program. Would you like to be my first ever student? I'm like, yes,
nice.
I want to. So he messaged like, you want to interview a lot of top entrepreneurs, celebrity entrepreneurs in your industry. You need help. I'm like, yes, I am in. And after 10 months I started interviewing a lot of I started learning the process first, and then I did my first episode first, then second interview, then third, and eventually I'm like doing interviews. And once I'm like preaching what I'm practicing, I
Yeah,
thought that I can coach people on how to launch interview podcast, how they
yeah.
can network with some other industry influencers. And that's where I started my coaching program, and some people started asking me like, Nilesh, I don't want to learn this process. Can you please help me throughout the entire journey of with any kind of services or something? So done for you podcast services take place in the picture, and right now I'm offering done for you podcast service, podcast coaching, and that's how all the journey begins from thinking an idea to implementation to execution and to the results. So that's how the journey begins. That's how I'm doing.
Yeah, I love it because, our journey is kind of similar. My journey started as just strict mystery shopping for restaurants. And then
Yeah.
I got into podcasting. And now my journey starts with, podcast with the business owner. And then I carry that on into, either coaching, developing, or my show called Chasing the Stars, to where I have a program to where I look at what you see online for their reviews versus what I find professionally, and I record it. It's a really good process. So we're kind of the same. I like it. It's a good business model. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is one of the best business model out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. So tell us a little bit about your journey. What kind of challenges did you face, when you first started creating this? I know COVID was a challenge for all of us, and it sucks you lost your job. Millions of people did. So as you saw your journey doing this podcasting, this coaching business, tell us about some of the challenges that you faced, when you were starting this out.
A lot of challenges are there. Few is something I already mentioned, like I'm not good enough with my communication itself, because English is not my first language. I'm from India right now, and our first language is not English. So first was communication itself. Second
Yeah,
is I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert. I don't know how to talk with people. I am not confident to talk with people. And in the internet marketing world, what you have to do is you have to create videos. You have to present yourself on videos. This is a big challenge. This is a big
yeah,
task.
yeah,
So this is one other challenge. Then learning sales, mastering how to sell the product which is not in existence. What I mean is we are selling digital products. There is no something that we can feel it, we can handle it. We are
right.
selling something which is not available in physical world. So it is not easy at beginning of my time. So this is something another challenge. Then figuring out my niche itself was a big challenge for me. Before becoming podcast coach, I was an affiliate marketing coach, I was an organic
Mm,
marketing coach, I was a Facebook Live coach as well, because I done 365 days of Facebook Live without a day break. So it's a kind of consistency that I have maintained. So I'm like, okay, like I can teach people how to do Facebook Live. So multiple niches I have tried, and this is how I develop. Like, okay, this is what I am doing. So three challenges I already shared, and then the business is always like it always have up and down. Sometimes it is growing like rapidly, sometimes you are not seeing any growth. And in this point, when you are not seeing any kind of growth, you are like,
Yeah.
what is something I can do? This is really for me or not? So kind of
Yeah.
challenges was there, but I'm like, okay, I'm here. I'm just going with the flow. I'm consistent. I'm persistent with my process, and I'm going to make it. So that's how I'm keeping myself. All the challenges was there, but I'm pushing myself that yeah, I'm here to win. I'm here to grow. I'm here to get success.
Yeah, I love it. That's part of the journey, right? Is believing in yourself and believing that you can do it and just keep pushing through, right? So a lot of us, when it gets hard, we quit, and my
Mm.
co-host Steve, who comes on my Friday at Four podcast series, which you're more than welcome to come on if you can. The time change a little different, but we talk about something every Friday that kind of helps, entrepreneurs, small business owners, and people in general, and we talk
Mm.
about that a lot. We talk
Yeah.
about keep going. You have an idea. When it gets hard, don't give up because it's going to get hard.
100%. So true.
Yeah. Yep. So
Yeah.
tell us, where do you see yourself with your business the next year or two?
So we are already working a lot with our Done For You podcast services. We are working with a lot of great entrepreneurs, great clients. So it's growing rapidly. We are like going to hit six figure definitely. We are already on the
Wow.
process to hit it, and might be we can achieve seven figures. So this is where we are going. This is where we are moving. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's where the
great.
business is, and we are all set to onboard some of the really incredible entrepreneurs who is really making huge without, so we can serve them with our Done For You podcast services. So that's where it is going on.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Now, my next question obviously is how do we reach you? How do we contact you? Now, are you available around the world for any client in any country? Tell us a little bit how we reach you and how we contact you. How do we work with you?
So you can definitely reach out to me on Facebook. I'm available on Facebook. Even I'm available on LinkedIn, Instagram, but I'm very much active on Facebook, LinkedIn.
Facebook.
So you can just message me. You can even search my name, Nilesh Jain podcast. Nilesh Jain is one of the very common name. So when you use the keyword podcast, you can easily find me. So
Okay.
Nilesh Jain, Nileshjain podcast, podcast. You can search this keyword on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and you can find my profile. And you can just send me a message. I'm just one message away.
Yeah. I'll put the link to your Facebook in the show notes when I post this up for us. That way people will be able to contact you and communicate in case they have any questions or anybody wants to, take on your service. And very, very cool. I like what you're doing. I'm glad you came on and glad we got a chance to talk. And we were communicating for a couple of months through Facebook Messenger, and I was really interested to see what your business model and see what you're up to, see how you're doing this. It's good.
Thank you. Really
Yeah,
appreciate you talking.
absolutely.
Talking with you is
Yeah,
really amazing. Yeah.
yeah. So, I appreciate you coming on and taking the time to tell the audience who you are and what you do. And I look forward to speaking with you going forward in the future and see what your business can offer. I really, really appreciate you taking the time.
For sure. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Any final
Great talk.
thoughts for our guests?
For final thoughts
Yeah.
is just do what you are loving to do, and make
Yeah.
sure you can also make some money. Because
Yeah.
just passion cannot help you. You really need to make some money as well. So if you are getting money from somewhere, and then you can focus a lot on your passion at the same time. But if you are not getting any money from anywhere, and you're just thinking that this is my passion, but you are not making money, uh, you need to make money as well at the same time. um, if your passion is helping you to make money, do it as soon as possible. If it is not helping you to make money first, then follow your passion. So this is what I
Yeah.
can share, I can suggest.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's something I say a lot to a lot of people is if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. If you love what you do, it's just life, it's
Just,
living.
yeah, just
Yeah.
leaving.
Right.
You are
Yeah.
on
Well,
point.
yeah, exactly. Right. Well, Nilesh, thanks for coming on the podcast, man, and having a conversation with me. I appreciate it. been a pleasure. I'm glad I got a chance to talk to you, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll talk soon.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you for having me on your podcast. It's really, you are
Absolutely.
really good. You are amazing.
Thank you so much. You as well. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes,
And we'll talk soon.
sure, for sure. Most
Take
welcome.
care. Have a great night.
Thank you. And you too.
Thank you. Bye.
You've been listening to the QAC Team podcast with your host, Charles Luttrell. Connect with us on the web at qacteam.com, TikTok at QAC Team, Facebook and Instagram at QAC.team. Thanks for your support.